Hello everybody, my name is Catman123, and I have been in quarantine for a while, so I've just been stuck here watching videos on YouTube all day, and I've been watching a couple tutorials on how to make an Evil Dead Ash Williams costume. Now, of course, I'm gonna make mine, and most of this crap is just useless stuff that I usually just have in my house. So, anyway, I'm gonna teach you guys. The only bad part is about the build is the fact that I've already made the boomstick, which is Ash's shotgun, for most of you who don't know, and then the chainsaw hand, which, and most of you don't know, is very, very easy to figure out. If you really don't know what it is, it's very easy to figure out with a name called chainsaw hand. But anyway, so I'm going to teach you guys how to build it. Now, on the boomstick. Now, the boomstick is, quite frankly, the sort of hardest part if you really don't have anything. Now, there is another tutorial out there where it says use 6 pieces of cardboard, except with me, all I did was I just grabbed a toy shotgun, a double-barreled shotgun if you have one, and just painted it up a little bit, because all that was really painted of the shotgun was just these like little parts that come at the end of the barrel. These like little, actually, I don't know what they're called. I think they're called clips. Then these like little detailed these like little detail things on the side, and then the barrel itself, which is just black. Except, other than that, everything was just pale brown. So practically, you just have a crappy toy shotgun. Except then, if you paint it a little bit, always need some acrylic paints or spray paint if you're really that desperate, and then just paint like a little black circle around it. Take these off if you want to. I didn't. I took them off and then placed them back on because I wanted them to have like different colors. Since most double-barrel shotguns have like that, like a different color, like little detail on the side. And then I cut off the barrel. Now you can't tell this right now, but if you can, I doubt you can. I'm even looking at it and I can't. It doesn't really. I accidentally prematurely took it off when I was cutting it, so it kinda, well, just kinda has a bunch of tape on it to like mask the fact that it broke a lot. But other than that, it's fine. And then there are metal magnet things, which if you can see the 7 on the refrigerator over there, then I used those. And then all I did was I hot glued it and painted it kind of to this to simulate the kind of thing that's on the top. Because most double-barrel shotguns, if you ever have seen one before, if most people have ever seen one before, really, side-by-side ones at least, don't really have just a gaping like butt crack thing with the top of it. And then I also use that to make the little trigger guard thing, if you can see right there. Yep, right there. And then it's able to flip fine. And then I bet most of you are noticing the butt of the gun. Now, this didn't actually come with the gun. Like, it didn't come attached to the gun, but I cut off the butt of the gun, the original butt of the gun, and then threw it away because I decided to make it a sawed-off one instead of like a Mad Max kind of sawed-off shotgun rather than the Evil Dead shotgun. So I had to find another replacement for it, and luckily I did do a Joker Halloween costume a while back ago, and then I also had a Tommy gun, and it kind of had the perfect butt of the gun. So then I decided to. Now there's a gaping hole right there, obviously, because it was hollow. It's a hollow shotgun. It was like $5 when I bought it. So all I did was I shoved this in there, put some hot glue on it, and then it did stick eventually. The only thing you can kind of notice about it is that if you really look that closely, I'm not going to do it right now because I've already wasted 4 minutes of your life. The fact is, it kind of has like a weird little swivel thing. It's because this is very early into my like little cosplaying career thing, so it wasn't that good. And so it kind of is bent a little bit. Yep, it is. So anyway, that's how I make the shotgun. Though, if you do find it, and it's like a Western shotgun, then I recommend keep the butt of the gun. Just saw off, because it accounts on which film you're wanting to make it. It's either Ash vs. Evil Dead, which is like a little bit more sawed off, Evil Dead 2, which is what I'm basing mine off of, or or Army of Darkness, which has half the barrel back. Then I have two builds of this part of and I have two builds of the chainsaw hand, where one of them I made with my dad, and it's very much more flimsy, because we just made out of cardboard pizza boxes and random crap that was in this truck. But with Mom, we had a lot more tools, so then I wanted her to help me with it, and then we were able to make this beauty. Now, if most of you are noticing right now, you're probably wondering, what kind of pull cord's that? For most of you who are Evil Dead fans. Or, most of you are Evil Dead fans, because usually the chainsaw hand and its, like, variations of the stories basically are, like, mostly the same. And they have, like, the same wooden dowel handle thing. Except with mine, it's actually the most interesting part of the the build, is just because of the fact that it is, well, how do I say this for now? The pull cord to a lawnmower. Yes. That is weird. I know. But anyway. So, we had two lawnmowers, and one of them did not work. And so I asked her, wait, so can we just take that off? And she's like, sure. And so we took off the chain, so we took it off, I pulled it off a couple times, so then I would make sure that it was working still, and so, yeah. Now, with most chainsaw builds for anybody who is planning on making one, the thing that most people will tell you is put a wooden dowel or something inside of the chainsaw, so then you will not drop it thousands of times because you didn't grab an actual, like, anything. You're not grabbing anything. You have to do what Ash does in Ash vs. Evil Dead, where you, like, grabs, like, one handle of it and then just has it in there. But the thing I did is I had two little pieces of wood that my mother gave me, and then I decided to cut them both in half. I decided to cut some of it in half, then measure it to size, and then Ma helped me drill it in there with the thing, with, like, the pull cord thing for that. If you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. So, yeah. And that was how to make the Evil Dead chainsaw hand. Now, I will be doing the clothing and the straps and the holster because Mother isn't home right now, so yeah. If you ever want to see those videos, I recommend give me about 20 likes, because I doubt anyone's really going to watch these videos. So, yep, 20 likes. Peace out, guys. I love you. Stay groovy.